Now at noon, firefighters battling the flames at a flea market. This one broke out this morning in the swap shop in Lauderhill.
Local 10 News reporter Trent Kelly reports from the scene and has the likely cause of the fire.
According to firefighters, the cause of this fire was likely a candle or an incense that was left burning here in the flea market portion of the swap shop overnight. Something so small causing some pretty big damage and sending smoke and flames shooting into the air.
Around 4 o'clock this morning, the 911 center started receiving multiple 911 calls for a possible fire at the swap shop.
Bright orange flames shooting from the top of the swap shop in Lauderhill overnight after an early morning fire caused heavy damage to part of the flea market area, destroying at least one vendor's shop space.
We don't know if they're going to open or close, but the vendors are in line, long lines of people waiting to get in.
The 911 calls first coming in around 4 this morning after several people spotted heavy smoke billowing from the swap shop's flea market section off Sunrise Boulevard east of 441. Video from the scene shows the smoke and flames shooting from the top of several storage containers, which are also used as business space for vendors who regularly sell their own merchandise.
I'm sure they're not going to open if it's a hazard to the people, but you can smell the smoke.
At one point, the fire did spread to an overhead canopy. First responders also hearing loud popping noises, which they initially thought were from fireworks, but later turned out to be aerosol cans exploding from the heat. Crews eventually using a saw to cut open the metal containers just to put out the flames. Sky 10 also capturing investigators using an excavator to dig through the charred debris before determining a candle or incense left burning overnight was the likely cause.
Fighting fires, whether it's winter, spring, summer, or fall, I mean, it's the same challenge no matter what. Obviously, the South Florida weather that we've been experiencing these last few weeks with the heat indexes does play a huge part.
And firefighters tell us they consider themselves lucky that this fire happened at 4 in the morning as opposed to 4 in the afternoon, as the temperatures at 4 in the afternoon would have been much warmer. Meantime, the swap shop did appear to reopen earlier today, but it appears the flea market section is still closed. No word yet as to when it will reopen. That's the latest from Lauderhill. I'm Trent Kelly, Local 10 News.